Welcome to This is Fitness, the podcast for the bodybuilding and all things fitness, bringing you real life version of the fitness industry from people who've lived and breathed it. We explore new trends and serious topics while dispelling myths and calling out stupidity within the fitness industry. Jimmy and Chris offer their unique insight, delivered with healthy sarcasm. Let's crush those fitness goals together. This is Fitness. And now your hosts, Jimmy Sadek and Chris Thomas.
Welcome to episode 3. This is Fitness. Myself and Jimmy once again. How are you, my boy?
I'm good.
What's
I
happening?
feel all right.
Yeah.
These Wednesdays, I've decided to just not train. There's no real rushing. I get home with a little bit of time to have some lunch, and then we do the pod, and I'm not fucking sweaty or rushing out of the shower. Or it's a good just down here. Talk a little bit.
We discussed this Wednesday thing last week. I didn't train last Wednesday either. It was actually a good decision. And then I trained Thursday. Didn't train Friday. Trained Saturday. Had a good session Saturday, actually. So
I trained yesterday in 25 minutes.
In 25 minutes?
Yep.
All right, explain this.
I had I'm going to finish the front landscaping of my place probably in like 4 weeks.
Right.
So we're going to finish it off with some security cameras out the front, and then I'm going to just set them up with the thing inside, and then I want to just connect everything to one controller. So like the sound out the back, the cameras at the front, all through the one internet, all through the one controller, and in the one spot of the house. So I had someone come and quote me for that. But he was arriving at 1. I got dropped to the gym at 12:15. Got picked up in an Uber at 10 to 1.
Right.
And got home at 1. So 35 minutes. It was all right. I did 4 exercises. 4 exercises, 2 working and a back off in 35 minutes.
And what about is it expensive, this setup?
I don't know. You're going to quote me. Not too expensive. I'm just getting super basic cameras for the front just to look at the front.
Yeah.
You can't get to my house unless you go through the front. So I don't need them all over the house. I don't need them inside the house. It's just a super basic setup. Then just have a doorbell, because we haven't had the front yard done before. Just to kind of like tidy things up and finish it off, kind of thing. So, and it's just more for peace of mind than anything else. Like I've asked with Verity for like all week, like about it. She's like, "Why do you want cameras now?" I'm like, "Well, I wanted cameras from the beginning, but we hadn't finished." And she's like, "Well, do we really need them?" I go, "Well, do you really need them, and do you need them?" So, and they're not expensive. It's just having someone said, "I can't do nothing myself." And she's like, "Why can't you do it yourself?" I go, "What do I do myself? I can't do anything." So, and I'm like, you're learning this now? We've been together for 10 years. What the fuck have I done myself? Ever? So, I'm like, just let me get someone who's better than me at doing these things to set it up properly so then it doesn't break.
Well, I looked into it about, I don't know, just myself. I was just doing my research online probably about a month ago, because I thought, if I get 3 cameras, I get one for the front, I get one for the pool area out the back, and then one for the other side. And then that way, most of them you get at least about 120-degree field of vision on them, right? So I thought, if I position them correctly, then I'll be able to see everything on all angles. But they're pretty easy, man, to set up. Like they're pretty much plug and play. I know. I understand. You know that I'm going to do it myself, though, don't you?
You are going to do it yourself, correct?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. And it's not even that I'm inherently lazy.
No.
I don't like doing that shit. Like,
and that's fair enough.
You know what? I used to be able to do stuff all the time with myself. But when I got busy, like, and look, and so because I work a lot, I'm like, when I'm not working, the last thing I want to be doing is trying to work shit out and wasting time. So if I can pay someone to come and do something that will take me, say, for 5 hours or 6 hours, and they can do it in 30 minutes, like, by all means. And for those 6 hours, I'll do something else.
Well, I mean, that's a different way of looking at it, because I mean, if whatever your earning capacity is, right? If you can earn more doing what you do than what you're paying someone else to do something else, then you should pay someone else to do it.
But it's not, it's okay, that is 100% correct.
Yeah.
But I look at it from a different point of view. I've only got a certain amount of time to do
Correct.
throughout the week. The last thing I want to be doing is something that I don't want to do when I'm supposed to be doing my nothing. So, like, thank God my dad's around, because he does a lot of the stuff that I don't want to do. But he has nothing to do, so it's kind of like a trade-off. Hey, Dad, do you want something to do? Because I don't want to do it.
Man, I just look at it like my week. I just schedule it in. I go, righto, on this day you're doing this. Saturday you're cleaning the house, you're doing the washing, doing the sheets, doing all this stuff. Sunday morning you get up, you mow the yard straight away as soon as you wake up, weather permitting, right? And I just got a system. It's the only way it works. And then, but it's like now, after doing everything we did out there, I'm happy having a bit of a rest at the moment. Like, I look at this stuff I could do, but it's like, I know what I'm like. Once I switch my mind on, it's going to not be able to switch off until I complete what I do next. So it's like, I'm not quite ready yet.
And look, the problem is, I mowed the lawn between Chrissy and New Year. The weather was crazy and the lawn grew real fast. I fucking made the biggest mess of it. I can mow the lawn, but I can't remove grass, make sure my lawnmower has no grass in it. So when I transport it back to the garage, it doesn't leave grass everywhere. Then I'm tidying up after that grass, hosing down after that grass, and the grass is going somewhere else. And then I still look up there and there's fucking patches of grass here and the edges aren't done properly and whatever. Or I could just get the mob to come in. They bring in like 5 guys, do it in 30 minutes, and they're out. And it's clean. Like, no one, like, the lawn never grew. There's not a blade of grass out of spot. I'm like, why the fuck would I do that? I'm going to do it myself and make it look shit. Yeah.
I would pay admission, right, to watch you mow the yard. I'd buy tickets.
Dude, listen. I get someone to come and mow the yard, and it's very cheap. It works out, right?
Yeah.
However, if I didn't, I would call my dad every weekend, because you know why? From the time I was 10 years old, till I was about 25, 26, I mowed his lawn every weekend. Basically 16 years of lawnmower. Okay? So, if they weren't doing it, I'd be getting my dad in, because I want some payback on my lawn. I'll even give him 2 for 1. And but plus my dad loves to mow the lawn. So it's like, I get in shit all the time for not doing anything myself, but then people come and do it because they enjoy doing it. Like, Verity likes to put up the bookshelves and make those like flat packs and shit.
No.
But I don't. And they're like, why don't you do it? You're the guy. I'm like, well, I don't fucking enjoy it. And if I'm going to take something away from her that she enjoys, then I'm a bad person. That's how I see it.
No one likes flat packs, man. Like, come on. Like, especially when you get them in a different language as well.
She's an accountant. No one likes accountants.
Man, I bought a high table for out the back, right? And I had to assemble it on the afternoon of New Year's Eve, right? And there was just so much more to it, like, and it was straightforward. It wasn't like I got lost with it, because I don't, because I actually sit down.
How many pieces when you finished were left over?
What's that?
How many pieces were finished when you left over?
No, none. No.
Okay, if I've ever built anything in my life, and that's not that many things, there's always like a screw missing, or a screw left over, or a stick that should have gone somewhere that didn't.
And you're always wondering what you've done wrong and why it's there.
I just put it in the bin and pretend it's not there. Out of sight, out of mind, I reckon. I don't know. Well, maybe it's from all the years in Thailand, where you go to Thailand and do nothing. What's one thing you do yourself in Thailand?
Listen, I used to have this ongoing joke with my ex, right? Okay. Well, about flat packs.
Yeah.
Okay. Because this guy used to come around and put her flat packs together, because obviously I lived a long way away, right? And I said to her, this dude's got the hots for you. And she's like, no, he hasn't. He's just a nice guy. I said, listen, he's putting a flat pack together for you. He's got the hots for you. And
I
she's
actually
like,
wasn't paying you.
listen, bro, listen, unless I liked the woman, I wouldn't put a flat pack together for her. Right? That's it.
Hey, even if I did like the woman, I wouldn't put it together for her.
Well, it depends how advanced in the relationship you are. But like even in the beginning, like seriously, like this dude's going around there like a muppet with a screwdriver and an Allen key, right? Putting this flat pack together, and then I walk in and start drinking whiskey. And then he has to leave.
You didn't help him put it together?
Well, fuck no. He was already done by the time I got there.
That's like that might be his like his go-to for the chicks.
That's his modus operandi. I actually one day had a fallout with him. I called him a seagull, and he's like, "What do you mean? I don't understand the term seagull." I said, "Well, have you ever been to the beach, right, with your family eating fish and chips, and the seagulls wait around for a chip to fall off the table?" I said, "You're that bloke, except the chips are females. You hang around them long enough, hoping one of them will fall off the table so you can pick them up."
So yeah, that's why he builds the flat packs. So
Correct, because he's a seagull.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's it.
We all know those type of guys.
What's that?
We've all met one of those guys or two.
We all know them. They're also called simps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Yes. Yeah. So, what would you like to talk about? Okay. Tell me a Thailand story. You're starting.
Thailand story.
Yeah. I've thought of 100, but I've got to be careful because it involves other people that I can't actually mention without permission.
99 stories out of 100 are untellable.
Correct.
What's a funny time? I'll tell you a funny stat that I learned when I was there. That like in terms of like deaths by like drowning at the sea,
Oh God.
they only count tourists.
What the Thais count?
No, if you're a Thai national and you drown, they don't count that you died in the sea. I learned that.
Okay.
The tourism numbers look bad. You might want to fact check because it was a long time ago I heard that. I don't know. Fuck the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. That's what I remember of it, and I've told that story many times.
When did you start going?
2004.
Mm.
That was my first trip with Simon and Kerry Reese.
Mm.
And Dax, the German.
And who?
Dax.
Oh yeah.
We went for 4 weeks. 2 weeks in Phuket, 2 weeks in Pattaya.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Pattaya's fucked up.
In a good way?
Nah, it's where the most wanted people on earth just mingle.
Yeah, I know.
It all just cracks.
Yeah.
He couldn't do anything.
No, the place is insane, actually.
You don't know where to fucking look. You can't look anyone in the eye because they think that you want to kill them. So then they try and kill you. It's a different world, but had some fucking mad gyms. Had some real good gyms there. The first probably like 10 times I went to Thailand was purely for training. There was 1 or 2 holidays in there, but like mainly it was just go to train. I don't know. Like the last time I was the big one in Koh Samui that I was there for 10 weeks. That was cool because that was a full on fucking prep camp. That was 2 cardio sessions a day, 2 weight sessions a day. Fucking do nothing but train. I didn't party. I didn't do shit.
You got that massive villa then too, didn't you?
Yeah, and I got like a fucking $1,000 a day villa for $1,000 a week. It was fucking that was fun. That was good. And then Sunday we took the day off, and that was like our cheat day. I negotiated a cheat day with you. That was a good trip. Lots of stuff happened that trip. In terms of actual like stories, just trying to think. The first time, so the first trip I went, like Simon's a lunatic over there in regards to training. So as soon as we landed, we went to the hotel, unpacked, had to go train. So we like landed at like 11 a.m. or some shit. So we went to the gym at like 2 p.m. That's subliminal, maximal Thailand fucking heat, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, we're gonna train legs. So like third set in, like did like some leg extensions or something warm up. Third set into like hack squats or something, I'm done. I'm on the ground on my ass, like gasping out, puking up, I'm done. The lady comes over, the Thai lady goes, "You need a ambulance?" Right, like looking over me like this. I'm like, fuck, I'm done. I didn't know how to deal with the humidity. I didn't know how to deal with the heat. I didn't know how to deal with shit. Right, that was my introduction to fucking the Thailand uh gym, and that was at Patong gym. And you know how hot that one gets. That was
Yeah, because that was cool to train in that one. It was just open basically and just hot.
yeah. Well, that was the one. That was when I went. That was it.
That
There
was
was
the I know. That was
there
the
was no
gym.
nothing. It was Patong gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and that was wild too. That was, back in the day, it was so good, and it was proper cheap. I had a few clients that just got back from Thailand this year, Chris. They were getting like 17 to 19 baht a dollar.
Yeah, I know.
That's fucking like that's
Well, while we're on that topic there, we've got one person to blame for this, and that's that's the worst prime minister that this country has ever had. I hope everyone's fucking listening. Like, this is the worst prime minister we ever had, right? When I first went to Thailand, right? I don't know when it was fucking similar time to you, not long after, because I went once and never went again for like 10 years, right? I got 36 or 37 baht to the dollar. I'm pretty sure the first time I went, something like that.
I was 42.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
So you're regularly getting sort of back, from 16 when I started going back regularly, and then I started spending a lot of time there. We're always getting about 24 to 26, something like that. And then sometimes it would go down to 20 and then it would go back up again. But even the last time I was over there, which was May last year, I was getting 24. I mean, as soon as you start getting below 20 over there, like seriously, it really kind of tells you exactly where our dollar's going and how we're going. So,
so I was when the first time we went there, like an average tuk would be 200 baht. So if you go off
what distance?
a long distance, like that's the max that I'd pay pretty much would be 200.
Right.
Anywhere it would range anywhere from like 50, would you give them 100, to anything up to 200, you give them 200. You work that out at like 40, you're paying what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's $5 for the taxis, pretty much go wherever the fuck you want. Right? If you do that today, that's gone $10 to $15. Yeah, and then I'm assuming they'd be charging more anyway, so they'd probably be charging 300-400. So you're paying $30 a hit for a taxi over there now, which is that's not cheap, man.
They're pretty sure they charge a minimum of 200, no matter if you're going one block.
So 200 too, yeah. So it would go up to 400. So if you're paying anything around $30 for a taxi in Thailand, that's unheard of. Like bottles. So the big incentive to go over there back then was cheap gear, right?
Yeah.
You're paying. Fuck, I don't even remember, but it worked out to be less than $30.
Yeah, I was going to say it was about 35 for my
$30 bottle. I'm gonna say between 20 and 30, which is like what, 1,000 baht?
Yeah, 1,000 bucks.
1,000.
Well, not now, but back, yeah.
Yeah. So the incentive to go to Thailand was real cheap gear. You go there, you go on a training holiday. It's all cheap. It's all real. You get good bang, super good bang for buck. Where now, I wouldn't even consider going over there for a training holiday. You know, what else? What else is pretty cool over there? Like, you can still go to the chemist and pick up all the stuff you need for training and that gimmick's long gone. But like back in the day, you could pharmacy hop, and they would have different brands and different things, and some would stock this and stuff, some would stock none, and some would stock everything. Which evolved into the supplement shops over there, et cetera, et cetera. So, but
it's also dependent on the pharmacy and how far away they are from the central. Like the pharmacies around Patong are more strict. Like you probably can't buy gear from there. But
Yeah.
as you go further and further out, you can get anything pretty much. But it's the gear's as dear as what it is here now.
Oh, now it's the same. Yeah.
The same. It's on a par basically. So.
The incentive to go to there has diminished.
Well, in that regard, I think the incentive to be in a country like that that's lovely, it's beautiful, really, and the food's cheap. There's the big thing. That's the one thing that will never change realistically, except if you go and eat at Western style places, which is a lot of them popping around. But you know what I was like, man. I used to eat in the same little barbecue joint in the street every day, and you go and get satay chicken and you get like at least 200 grams of chicken with rice and have a pineapple shake and a fucking banana pancake and all this sort of stuff, and it costs you about $3. So and it's a good environment there because everyone around you's training, so it's like everyone's doing it, so that's the good thing. That's why. But it's like everything, when something's really cool, everyone seems to go there and wrecks it. So
Right.
it's kind of like Bali, man. Like, let's be fair. I mean, if you go to Bali, it's just like basically you go to Bali and you go to a beach club in Bali. It's just basically like they've picked up a sleeve of the Gold Coast and just planted it in there for 2 weeks. Like, that's what it is. So that's
Yes.
why I just don't bother.
I went to Canggu
Right.
when I was about 10, 11 years ago, 10 years ago.
Mm.
No, 8 years ago. When it was still just rice fields and the odd 12-bedroom fucking mansion.
Mm.
Just real sparingly. You had to have a moped and fucking to get anywhere.
Mm.
It's now it's populated and it's probably the most popular place for Australians to go.
Mm.
Like back then it was like going to Asia was like going to Asia. Now it's like going to Asia, Australia or Australasia. You know what I mean?
The other thing too, the reason why Bali's popular, it's not that it's not nice. It is. It's just the flights. Like I think it's about 5 or 5.5 hours, something like that. So that makes it more viable. But still, I wouldn't go. I would never go there over Thailand if I had a choice. I'd rather go to Thailand all the time. So
I was like that. I love Thailand.
yeah.
I would prefer Bali as a holiday. The last time I went over Thailand as a holiday, but I don't. I'm kind of leaning back to Thailand now.
Mm.
Also, but I'd fuck off from like Patong and that. I'd go up to like Carter, down to Coron, something like that, a little bit away from Patong, and just hit Patong on occasion rather than just plant myself there.
Well, that's how we used to do it. We used to stay in Geelong and train.
Yeah.
Monday to Friday, and then we'd train in the morning on Friday, have some lunch, and then we'd go back, and it was the same thing. It was like a routine. You get a backpack, you put 2 pairs of shorts, 2 shirts, 2 underwear, your slides, sunglasses, wallet, and whatever, maybe a bottle of whiskey or something, and your toiletry bag, and you throw it on your back, and you'd ride from Geelong to Patong, which would take you back probably 25 minutes. And then we get the same little bungalows off the end of the strip. And for 2 nights, it used to cost us I think it was about 1,800 baht or something, right? 1,600 baht for 2 nights, right? And ironically enough, to get a cab at the early hours of the morning back to Geelong and doing it that way would cost you about anywhere between sort of 600 and 800, right? So it cost you the same just to get an apartment and stay there, right? And that's what we did. We'd stay in Patong all weekend and then eat and drink and party. And then on Sunday night, we'd ride home and then go through it again and then just train. So it was good. It was a system.
Well, you sunk into your routine.
Mm. Mm.
The best part about Thailand is a Thailand routine.
Or as we say, Thailand has me now, right?
Thailand has me now.
Mm.
Mm.
You were in the first training camp, weren't you? The first one we did, the big one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. We had 20 people.
Yeah, that's when, yeah.
We had too many people. Actually, we had to abandon it, or not abandon it, but we had to like rescale how we're going to do the training. And then in the end, remember we flew Djokovic in and Dan Djokovic, and he filmed it.
Yeah. It was the theory of it was good. The only problem is it's not even like not even too many people, but like too many people doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
The place is just not big enough. You know, like if you could get a bunch of people who like to do different shit at different times, it would have been perfect. Yeah.
Mm.
Like, but the like the way but this is like the blessing is a curse. The way the camp was structured, which is structured so well that it was actually too well because the structure everyone wanted to do because the structure was so good. You know, so but there was just too many bodies in the one spot, like for that amount of time.
Yeah, and the thing is, well, and because the camp was so big, the gym wasn't big enough to accommodate that. They would have almost had to have closed the gym down for us to train in it properly.
And that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
The schedule is too good to accommodate the amount of people.
Yeah.
But in all fairness, it couldn't have been another schedule because in Thailand you either train in the morning or you don't fucking train.
Yeah. No.
It's too hot. So you know what I've done? Like, what time did you use to train?
In Thailand,
Yeah.
this is exactly the way it goes. I used to wake up at 6 a.m. and I would have a black coffee because I used to take my coffee plunger and coffee with me, you know, the routine,
Okay.
and I'd drink it. And then I'd walk out the door, headphones, and do one lap of the soy up and back. And that used to take me about 38 minutes. Yeah, 40 minutes. And I'd come back, have a shower, and then go and have breakfast. And then I'd have a big breakfast. And then I'd go back to the room and wait about 30 minutes. And then I would train. So I'd probably train around 9:30.
Yeah.
It was perfect. And then that was it. You train 9:30. And then by lunchtime, you were down at Qatar Beach or Qatar Noi or somewhere, Naihan or something like that. So it was pretty cool. And then you come back after being at the beach, you're that hungry, you just sit there and feast. It was the food was the best part. The food was amazing.
Yeah. And
So,
the food always digests good over there. And that kind of stuff. So I like to do I always like first thing in the morning training when I'm over there. So I get up, especially when I was like just on my own without anyone there. Like I'm in a partner or whatever, like or anywhere. I'll just go train in the morning, then I'll go do cardio, whatever afterwards, and then go eat. But
you
like,
wouldn't recognize the soy now, man. Like the last time you were there was what, 17? Was that last time? Man, it's I mean, it's still the same,
yeah,
but it's just so much like new gyms, like Muay Thai, big facilities, money from overseas in there now. Like it's just been built up and built up and built up. And now that area's really expensive real estate. It always was, but now it's even worse,
yeah.
So it's cool, but they're also doing another big fitness precinct there that's going to be pretty big eventually, I think, at Bang Tao. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's some good shit down that way as well. So
Look, if anyone hasn't gone there to train for a week or two or three,
yeah.
like it's fucking good.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Especially if you take a couple of mates or if your partner likes to train or whatever. Like it's a good setup because everything's close. You get your training out of the way in the morning or the first half of the day, and then from lunchtime you can go do whatever the fuck you want, whether it's relax by the pool, sightsee, go party, whatever. Like it's just such a good setup. It's a good vibe. Man, like it's see because I've done it so much. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But if you haven't done it, you'll like the first time you do it, you'll froth on it.
Mm. Mm. Worst experience?
Probably coming off my moped. I always have a set of rules when I go, yeah. Just don't do this, don't do that. Like it just saves stupid from happening. And one of my rules when I was in Koh Samui was to never go down this side road in the dark. That's just fucking rule. Just don't because it had the concrete that was like this, so when you get stuck in the divot, no matter what's happening, you're just going like that.
Mm.
You get stuck and you can't see it at night. So I was like, no, I'm not going down there at night. And then one night we had dinner organized that was at the end of that road, and I was running late. I'm like, fuck it, let's go. Went down there, like within 10 meters of being on that road, I was fucking head first into a wall because my bike got caught in the divot. My ankle got stuck under my bike. I hit the wall. The bike hit me against the wall. I don't know how I didn't break nothing, but I took a shitload of skin off of like everywhere. I actually found one of the photos the other day on my phone of me sitting on my bed or whatever afterwards. I looked like the bandaged bear once they wrapped me up in hospital. I just remember being in hospital and they're just picking out of my foot like tar on the road. And I'm like, fuck. And I was just sitting there going, man, and they're talking skin grafts and all this shit. I'm like, I'm not doing none of this stuff in fucking Thailand hospital, man. Like, just get me back to my room. I'll assess.
This thing, was it off the side of the road? Was it in the
Yeah,
middle?
on the
So it
left.
was like you're talking like that like weird gutter drainage thing they have off the side. Is that what you're talking? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep. And so I was like, fuck. I'm all here, like they're talking skin grafts, and I had one of my mates there that talks Thai too. I'm like, what the fuck are they saying? And they're like, they're worried about this, and then it's this and all this shit. And I'm like, fuck. I could wiggle all my fingers, I could wiggle all my toes, and nothing was broken. And I'm like, man, it's just skin and grow back. And I'm like, what makes skin grow better? I'm like, bro, I've got this shit ton of growth in the hotel. So we literally, I bounced out of hospital, I discharged myself, went back. I laid in my bed for 3.5 days without moving, but I put 50 units of growth in me a day. Okay. Within a week, I was back training. Not even like within 4 or 5 days, I was back training.
I'm surprised you could even walk from putting that much in.
No. It had to subside.
Right.
When I was in bed for 3 days, like it did its trick. But that's like everything works like that, right?
Mm.
You need to hit it like a tsunami hits shit. Okay? Because it'll take it out. So if you've got a Panadol, if you've got a headache, take 6 Panadol. The headache's going to go. Side effects be side effects later, right? Okay? So my thought process at the time was I've got to grow more skin. The only way I knew how to grow more skin was take more growth.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Abracadabra.
No graft, right?
No graft.
No
And
graft.
I promise I was in the gym 3 days later, 4 days, 4 days later because I stayed in bed for 3.
Mm.
Listen, I'm not saying it's a recommended thing to do. Okay? Desperate times means desperate measures.
Yes, it's an amazing place.
And you can do whatever the fuck you want in Thailand. Let's just be honest.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Honestly, you kind of can. What's something you couldn't do? You can kill somebody and pay someone to take the fall.
Well, I tell you what you can't do, which is quite funny because like I was in tuk-tuk, right? The last time I was there, so this was last May, right? I was in a tuk-tuk, I was on the way home, and it was like, I don't know, some stupid hour of the morning. And I decided that I was going actually back to Geelong. So I got this tuk-tuk, I'm in the back, and they just pound that music. I was like, I don't care about the sound, but it's like it's embarrassing. So I'm in the back of this thing, and then they pull up and there's a police checkpoint. So then the police pull up and I get out. So I hopped out, and then they're like, patting me down and searching me. And they're like going through my bag, you got any drugs on you and all this sort of stuff. And I'm just like, well, not that I'm going to tell you anyway, but no. And they went to my bag and they found the vape that I had, right? And they said, this vape is illegal. I'm just like going, I didn't know. And they just gave back to me and said, not do next time. I'm just like, okay. So there's all this other shit going on, but the vape's illegal. That's
Yeah.
good, And now you can buy weed in every shop. There's dispensaries everywhere. You can just pretty much buy it and you can almost buy it in Family Mart over there.
Yeah, I saw that. That's hilarious.
I know. 1 minute you leave and it's just frowned upon. Next minute you come back and there's just the whole street stoned. You can smell it everywhere.
government must have just needed a cash injection.
Well, apparently it was it was one party that was for it, and then the rest were against it. So, all these people quickly converted all these things to dispensaries. And then there was a chance that the other party was going to go back in at the next election. So they were all worried because they thought the first thing they were going to do was reverse the cannabis law.
Fuck yeah.
Not that it matters to me, man. I hate this shit. I won't even smoke it. Straight up. Not interested. But I still find it amusing because, I mean, I go to what I'm like, Creature Habit. I know everyone there, right? So I go to the same place, get the same scooter. I walk in, she goes, "You want the same type scooter?" "Yes." "Fucking a brand new one, a big one, and something that's got ABS brakes, please." Right? So she knows what I want. And then I walk in there, I look down the ground to drop my shoes out the front. There's weed growing out of a pot on the ground. I looked over and went, "Oh, okay, that's interesting, whatever." And then I go inside, and then her shelves that were normally lined up with, like, I don't know, bits and pieces of stuff that you could buy from a convenience store, it just had jars and jars of buds all the way along. And I'm looking at them going, "What's going on here?" I said, "Is it illegal?" And she goes, "Gray area." I'm, what the fuck does a gray area mean? Like, so it's illegal kind of, but not illegal. Like, I don't know.
Green area.
Yeah, green area. Yeah. So, but yeah.
That's and what's funny about that is, in terms of your vape story, the last time I was in Bali, everywhere was selling vapes because vapes are so much cheaper than cigarettes. That's how that was the slogan. So
you can buy vapes everywhere there off the street. There's people selling them everywhere. That's the funny thing.
Oh, in Thailand, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's fuck? You buy everything off the street in Thailand everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
So it's just
some of it's a G up too, though.
Oh, 100%.
So
that's why you go places that create relationships.
I don't think that's a place for relationships.
Well, not those type of relationships, but you create I don't know what the word is. Regular business.
Oh, of course. Affiliations.
You
like that? Yeah.
Yes.
What
else? That's it. Like, but yeah, I don't know. My memories of it are way better than what it actually is right now, I believe.
Have you done any Muay Thai classes?
Do I look like I can do Muay Thai?
I tried it last time, eh?
Yes.
I'll be honest with you, I went down, I found this really nice family-owned gym in the streets. It was amazing. They're so friendly. It was called Radachai, right? And it was back down, where Tony's is down the end of the street, right? And you turn right, you go past the gyms down there and stuff, and you go into that back area.
Yeah.
It's around the back in there, right? And it was really cool. So I went in there, and obviously it's a novelty having a guy that's, and that's me speaking, not what you would be, but, having a guy 30 kilos bigger than them running around. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I couldn't even do the warm-up. Like, I did it out of stubbornness, but I couldn't even, the warm-up was like my workout. By the time I started hitting bags, I couldn't even lift my arms up.
Well, my no, I feel you.
I persevered though.
I think about doing a warm-up when I get puffed up. But no, but my main goal is when I get my license back, I'm going to get fit.
But why then?
Well, I can't do nothing now. I can't get nowhere.
But how are you gonna get fit though? What do you got? What's that?
Like, it's the biggest like genuine fear that I have is I know whatever I choose to do, I have to start from scratch and to be really bad at it. And it's going to take a long time, and it's going to be very painful, and I'll endure a lot of suffering to get better at it because my cardiovascular system sucks. So it's like I'd like to do, like, the first thing that pops up into my head would be boxing because I know it's strenuous. However, I'd have to learn the technique at the same time as getting fit, which is fine. But I wouldn't go to classes. I'd have to get like a PT session or something. Just for sheer like embarrassment. But like anything like that, I know I'm starting at like ground zero.
Mm.
which if you've been doing something like we have, like this weights shit that's become so easy for so long,
Mm.
like it's quite scary to go, all right, I'm going to start something from scratch and be really bad at it.
Mm.
But I do want to do it. And I'll have to pull the trigger soon.
Did your tattoos or your tattoo or whatever, you got a couple, I think, but did you get them in Thailand?
No, the alpha one here.
No, I was there when you got that one done.
Yeah, that one I got. Yeah, I got that with you. That was your one. I got that in Queensland. This one and the one on my two wrists,
Mm.
wrists, that my ear, I got in Bali.
Mm.
They're like $25 each.
Mm.
And then Apollo's hand I got here.
Mm-hmm.
And then that one, that was that would have been the second tattoo because after the ethos one was the first. That was in Thailand.
That was in Thailand, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
If I was to get another tattoo, I'd go to Troy's studio in Bali called Wanted. Which
Right.
next time I go to Bali, I will get a tattoo there.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know who that is. What's the story?
I think it's just a friend of mine who opens a tattoo place. It looks pretty cool.
I was meant to get tattooed this one day and I'd waited because the guy that tattoos me is just a very talented young kid. Pretty much every time I go, I just go, right, one day is just for tattooing out of the whole holiday and I just see him and do it. Anyhow, this one day I booked this tattoo in and I got talked into going out this one night and I had to get tattooed the next day. And we went out, did the usual shit, trolled along the streets, played Connect Four with the bar girls and, dice games and shit like got nice and drunk. And then it went into it like illusions or something. I think it was illusions. And then I just don't remember anything. And then I woke up and I didn't know where I was. And I actually physically didn't know where I was. I actually had to pin drop on my phone to find out where I was. Like that bad. And you know what? I was about fucking 30 minutes north past Kamala. I don't even know how I got there. And then I missed my tattoo as well.
I would have just gone down south for 10 minutes and just chilled out in Carter Beach. That's my favorite beach in Thailand, by the way.
What's that, Cutter?
Yep.
Yeah, it's beautiful. There's a couple of other really nice secluded ones, man. Like, yeah, there's some good ones. If you actually want to go and search them.
Yeah, there's so many good spots over there. It's cracking.
Yeah.
What?
Do Arnold Classic stuff, or you want to wait and do it next week, or what?
I fucking we'll do that next week.
Yeah.
I'm having to call this one.
Mm.
I'm quite hungry.
Yeah, you're hungry.
Started.
Yes.
Have you been consistent with your training? We ask you this every week because we're going to keep you on.
I'm on the rails.
We have to keep you accountable.
Yeah, I am. I've actually been training really well. So I trained well yesterday, and tonight I'm going to go in and train in Monkey Hour tonight. I'm actually doing it. I've made the decision, and that's it. Because I've got to go tomorrow morning. I've got to get a haircut. I haven't seen my brother in God knows how long. I don't think I've seen him since Christmas, right?
Yeah,
so my hair's just terrible. The beard's just like I've got to brush my beard down at the moment. It's ridiculous. So I desperately need to do that. So I'll do it tomorrow morning. Then I'll train. And then Friday, I'm going to the coast and working with Leggy again for the day. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's cool shit. That's sort of it's moving quite quickly, all that. So he's got the right people around him to get the job done. So I'm pretty excited.
We've got about 4 weeks to the recovery center launches.
That's awesome. I've seen it. I was watching the pictures the other day. So that's good.
So it's like now it's coming to, it's getting there now. The glass frontage went up yesterday. The jig has all been done. The painting's happening this weekend. A few of the machines may possibly be dropped next week. So I'm looking forward to it. There's a good groundswell of interest as well. So the marketing and stuff will start more than likely next week also.
Have you got someone doing all that stuff?
Yeah, we've got someone helping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've just got to get the content to them, and they're going to kind of just put it together. It's fucking. It's just a hard thing to just do.
The worst part. The whole thing is the worst part of it.
Yeah, like, and then even I think I do something, and I'm like, oh, man, tick it off, done. And then I look over here, and there's a whole new box of shit to do, you know. But I think the podcast room will be finished in a fortnight. I don't know if I'll be able to use it then or not, but I'm sincerely looking forward to like doing that. Have a proper setup.
Yeah.
And I can have guests there. You'll be up on the TV. That's going to be cool. And then just getting the doors open. But so that combined with just clients on the floor, like things are just.
Well, that's why you got no time, and you got someone else mowing your yard. There you go.
Yep. The pool guy was here too today.
Oh, really?
I actually enjoy cleaning the pool though, but I don't know how to do all the chemicals and all that bullshit.
Man, do you know how you do it? This is the truth, right? You reach down with the little container they give from the shop, right?
Yeah.
You fill that with water, you drive down to the pool shop and you give it to them, and then he runs it through the machine.
But I just get them to come here. No bullshit, Chris. When I was a kid and Dad had a pool, I used to do the chemical stuff myself.
Yes. Oh, I always did too. I mean, I got this good one down here. He's a good dude. So I go down there. I just give him the thing. Within 5 minutes, he goes, right, need fucking 3 liters of chlorine, fucking 200 mils of acid, and away you go. And that's it.
I drove down the road with fucking chlorine and acid in the car. I would get pulled over.
What would they think? It's precursors?
Probably for something. Racial profiling at its best.
Lambo profiling.
Yeah. On the Central Coast.
Yeah.
I'll get 100% pulled over.
Yeah.
I'm making a bomb or something. I'm just trying to clean my pool, mate.
If you had brake fluid in the car, you'd be in trouble because brake fluid and chlorine explodes.
What the fuck do you put in your brakes then? How do you get it? How do you transport it? We're going to drain the brake fluid.
I don't know, man. I just remember this.
I'm going to go clean. I'm going to go fix my pool. Let me drain the brake fluid from my wheels to drive to the pool shop, crash into it, pick up the acid, take it back home, put the brake fluid back in the car, put the acid in the pool. Sounds like a lot of work to me, Chris.
Well, you've got to mix it for it to work, but it's that's what I meant.
That's why I was taking it out of the wheel before I went there.
I don't touch cars myself. That's what someone else has to do for me. I don't even bother.
Nope. Nope. So the moral of the story is that I'm good at nothing.
Well, I don't think that's correct.
I'm not a handyman.
Yeah.
No, I would like to actually be a handyman.
You'd like to be.
No, I do. I have great respect for people that can do shit like build stuff and stuff because I can't do it. Like people that can dance.
Well, I respect people who can dance. I wish I could do that. I can't.
Yep. And it's a pure out of a thing. Like I just wish I could do that. You know. So, but all right. On that note,
all right.
We're going to watch Wiggles.
Enjoy it.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
This has been This is Fitness. With over 60 combined years in the fitness world, Jimmy and Chris have walked the walk and are here to share what really works. Their passion is to explore new trends, dispel myths, and call out the stupidity within the industry. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, find Chris on social media at Chris Thomas Alpha Ethos and his website at alpha-ethos.com. Find Jimmy on social media at jimmysadak.designercoaching and his website at www.jimmysadak.com. See you next time on This is Fitness.